So hello and welcome once again to my layout new junction. As you can see, we've got some rather loud LNER stock running because I'm feeling rather inspired. So I said I was feeling rather inspired, and that's because I've recently taken a trip up the East Coast Main Line, just up and back a couple of stations as a bit of a treat for the eldest. Now, she's been really good, so naturally Daddy had to take her on the railway as a bit of a treat. So, feeling inspired, I thought I'd dig out the long-lost 91 from the layout after going on one. And as you can see, it's working now, I'll say that much. It's been, poor thing's been in a box for a while, so it's a bit dusty and needs a bit of running in, which is why it's racing around the layout right now. So, on the back of last week's video, I thought I had a lot of questions about certain elements of the layout which I didn't talk about. So I thought what I'd do this week is not only tell you about some of the jobs which are going on, which are many, but I thought I'd also give you a quick walk around tour of the whole layout, just so anyone who's new or anyone who's not been following the video progress can just basically have a full layout tour and a look at where we are here on the layout. So I'm going to stop one of the trains, you can probably guess which one it'll be, and we'll go and have a walk round. I was just about to start and it's derailed, can you believe it? Dear me, no, not on your own. Shall we start that again and pretend it never happened? Right, so nothing goes wrong at New Junction. As you can see, I've brought the zoomer to a halt just so hopefully you can hear me a bit better and get a bit more of a general view of the layout from up here. So just to recap, it is a roundy. It's generally 4 main lines which come down to 3 on this end, as you can see with the track plan just on the end there. And there is a heritage line underneath at a lower level. Now, there's been a lot of jobs to be done in all different avenues, not all filmed, some for behind the scenes. So if I bring you around, let's not knock the camera. If I bring you around to here so you can see the main attraction, the tunnel entrance. Now, I'm still waiting for my MDF fascias, which I need to do. It's just one of those things on the list. But the big job that I've been doing here, or I will have been doing by the time you've seen this filmed, is I've removed the fence. Now, the fence went in, it's very good. I've just had to remove it so that I can paint it, basically. It's going to go green, just like the real Hadley Wood sort of locale. And then that'll be re-bedded in. And it's just been taken up, sprayed, and since transport, a lot of these things, the bushes, trees and things have been dislodged, and like you can see, there's a bit of a sloping tree up there and things. They all need replanting and whatnot. So that's a task on the jobs list. I've still yet to ballast under this tunnel because when the boards split and go to a show, there's a modular join right there, and this wall as it stands has to come out. Now if I ballast, my fear is I won't be able to pull it out because it basically has to go sideways to then come out, so I'm still working on that one. Right, if we come down to the heritage line, as you can see, my workman, who is surprised to see the Class 91 on the layout on the heritage line here, has gone flat on his back because he's surprised to see a 91 on the layout built for 91s. And as you can see, the giant sweeping curve really lends itself to the full 91. Lovely. Right, so the reason the TPE 800 is here, we will come to very shortly. But first, I want to bring you almost the freshest news this is my retaining wall. Now, I know what you're thinking, but you showed us this in the last video. Aha, this is a brand new one. So, it is still only half the wall, because there's not that many hours in the week to be able to cut these things. But the feedback I was given, let's go to one that's settled properly. The feedback I was given on the first one is I had a wall this wide on the ends of the boards. Now, what I've done is I've now halved it on the edges so that the arches are now all equal distance apart. And I think it was a pain to redo them all, and I kicked myself for being blind and not spotting it. But I thought, yeah, it'll look better, and I think it does look better. So that's the start of the new wall. The old one is going to be repositioned by a friend of mine on a new layout. So I'll hopefully be able to bring you some updates in the future if we ever see those again. But no, until now, this is Mark III, I believe. So where are we for the rest of the scene just here? Because this is where a lot of the work, particularly on the videos, is being done. So as I'm filming, it's probably 2 weeks away, 2 weeks till the NEC show, where I should be getting my station platforms. So for the Heritage Line just here. So all being well, I'll have an island platform being made by Phil at PGM Models. He does all the laser cut kits for Key Publishing. There'll be a link down below in the description. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, another job I am doing, so as you're watching this, I filmed this first because basically it then forces me to do the jobs I talk about. So another job is to paint the road. As you can see, I've had a little trial of the colour, which I mixed together. I just wanted to see how it compared to the bits we painted in the last video. I want to go a tiny bit lighter than them, but that I think was a bit too dark. So that's another job that's being done in the background. Also, while I'm thinking of the road bridge and the platform and the stairs and things, I have had some goodies arrive. So from my trusty friend Birch, who runs Rusty Rails Modelling, and of course with every order you get one of these handy sheets of signage, which you may remember we actually used on the container kits. Stuck them on the doors. I've had some of his new wares. So we've got things like the road bollards here. We've got sign holders and axle counters. I think they're telephones on a post, actually. They might be, but the rear pieces there are sign holders for his new speed signs. So you can just sort of see them. There they are. And they come in a nice sort of cage setup. We also have ticket machines and anti-trespass pads. Now these are the spiked variant, and they'll of course go on the end of the platform. Now you can get all these of course on Rusty Rails Modelling. The address is just there actually. And there is an endless variety of goodies which will go on your layout. I like starting to build these things up because this is the bit I enjoy. So once this road's done, my plan is then to do the pavements that will go either side. I'll be able to paint the road lines in, and then I'll be able to start adding the details, including some of the things in that box and manhole covers, which came from Bunter's Yard actually, so they're very nice. And of course, in the meantime, I will be continuing on this wall to come around here. It's taking far too long. Right. This end is becoming a tiny bit of a dumping ground. Because I'm working, my stuff tends to flow up the layout. So once it's seamed, as you can see over there, the bits tend to come down this way, and then all the bits I'm currently using tend to be here. And lots of tea and coffee has been consumed on this layout, as you can imagine. I really should be using my own coasters, really, shouldn't I? Shameless plug. Right, we come round the other dumping ground. I'm not really here yet mentally for the planning of the layout. Obviously the heritage line beneath all the gubbins goes underneath the main line because it has to. I'm not 100% sure what I'll do. I probably will end up putting a shed or something here, just because it's quite a good spot for a shed. And then this will probably almost just get lost into more scenery. But I would like to have a nice vista from this corner one day. Which would be nice, but yeah, for now it's just the giant return curve. So as you can see, it goes from one end to the other, nice and easy. My Mary Street flat building, which I focused on a couple of weeks ago, doing all the windows. I've still not done the windows on the other side because I need to pluck up some courage and have an evening or two just to sit down and do those. However, the other building, which has been hidden from your screens for some time, has had some progress behind the scenes. So I said I'd bring its own video. So as I'm filming this, we're having lighting arranged for it, which is coming, and we've had some rather excellent 3D printed furniture. So they're the, for anyone who knows a Premier Inn, you get a chaise lounge, you get your double beds, you get your desks and your chairs, double single beds, and then of course we're also looking at a room kit. So for each room in there, in the Premier Inn building, we'll be having some furniture. Now they came from Lewis Forrester, who knocked these up, drew them up quite literally, and they're very nice actually. I just need to paint them up and create a 3D printed room, but that just tells you where we're at with the building. I'm happy with the external part now, but as I said, I'll bring you that in its own video. See, I wasn't lying. It's rather drafty in this building, unless you live on the top floor. Work continues. So if we come round to the fiddle yard, so it's currently -3 of its lanes. So if I just balance the camera over there, you can just sort of see the rear two on the right-hand side, and then there's one where the HST is. There should be track there, so that's 3 more. I've got the track. I just need to, again, it's just finding a good day to be able to just get on with that and sort of smash it out, really. I know a lot of you keep asking me to do stock videos and things, what's on the layout and whatnot, but a lot of it, annoyingly, it's becoming a task. And I mentioned on the other side, I'll tell you why, for example, my TPE 800 is sat. There's quite a few things sat. I've got the TPE 800, I've got my LNR HST with issues. And then if we come this way, 170 over there. It's in the queue. There's the HST power car. Now we come to the problem. These things, now, for some of you, you will remember, I think it was Hornby and Rails of Sheffield and the like had a sale on the Hornby TXX decoders, which was great. I actually bought 6 of them at the time because they were stupidly cheap, and I have 6 things I want to put them in. Now I have an issue which hopefully some of you will be able to assist with. Now this isn't necessarily an issue with the Hornby models themselves, which will go in, or with the chips. It's just when I put them in to the locos, they don't respond well. In fact, they don't really move at all. They sort of jerk along, which is odd. They do have the stay alives with them. I bought those as well. And that's one of the main reasons why you've not seen the 91, which is currently running around for a while. So what I've had to do with the current LNR Azuma and the 91 is put in some spare Lock Pilot ESU chips. No stay alives, and as you can see, they're racing around fine. So I don't know if I'm doing something stupidly wrong or if there's a technique here, but as it stands, I've got 6 chips. I've tried 3 so far of the 6, and they just won't take it. So again, that's left me in a bit of a zone, because of a low point, because I've got things like the HSTs and whatnot. I can't really run because the chips aren't working, and I'm not buying best one in the world. I'm not buying 6 more chips and stay alive. One thing that was suggested is I add a DCC Concepts stay alive, which will go into the TXX kit. Just plug and play, and they're a bit stronger than the Hornby ones, but I mean, the track's not terrible. Best wheel in the world. It is cleaned, and as you can see, the 91's running around with no issues and no stay alive. So we shall see. So hopefully someone will be able to send in a message or whatnot if you've had a similar thing and you found a resolution, because I'm sure these are absolutely fine. It's just completely missing me, passing me by. So yeah, I would appreciate some assistance if anyone's been in the same boat. So apart from that and the sort of scattering of nice long trains you can see just here, that's pretty much the bulk of the collection. I tend to have a lot of locos, and I try and limit trains to the following trains to what I can sort of store on the layout, and just sort of swap the loco as and when. The latest acquisition has been the Revolution Trains car carrier. As you can see, it's a mighty long blue train to go with the next batch of Class 66s from work, Cura Scale, which I'm looking forward to as we stand. I've got obviously things like these 70. I've got another 60, sorry, which doesn't have a train. I would like a length of TEA wagons, but once again, these things take a long time to build up, because rake building is, I find, probably one of the most expensive. My rake of HYA wagons, no they're not, they're HRA wagons, sorry, to go with my Climate Hero 66 is coming along, but coming along nice and slowly. I'm hoping the end of the month, sort of around Black Friday, we'll be able to find some deals on, say, 4, like a 4-pack or something, just to really add a few more to this, and then I'm tempted to send them off for a weathering, because I love the colour, and especially with the loco and the one-off Freight Belongs on Rail green wagon. But it'd be really nice to white them up. I think the next train that's coming my way is the cut-down HYs from the Cura Scale, the blue things, particularly Garfield the cat, and they will go very nicely with my, you can't see them, my uncut down ones, which are just sort of there. Yeah, it's a nice level of stock. It fits the layout, and as you can see, a few jobs still to do. It's all been well, bringing you behind the scenes for sort of a more candid walk around here on the layout. Just sort of gives you an idea of where I am and how much I'm sort of giving myself to do by trying to not only progress with the layout for the videos, but also keeping up with the jobs, just keeping on going. I mean, there's all sorts of little things, like I need to connect up half the droppers on the fiddle yard side, for example. So they've all got adequate droppers to run, but then I need a few more up the 28-foot length, especially if it's going to be modular. But yeah, it's all part of the fun for the limited time I get to play on my big train set. So hopefully you've enjoyed a bit more of an insight. And there we go, as you can see, the trains are back on in force, once again being really loud. So, thank you as ever for watching this video. Hopefully it's been of interest and not too noisy for you. But the atmosphere here is great because all you can hear is the trains whizzing round. Now, few notes, there might be a delay in the upcoming videos because as you've seen in this video, there's a lot to do. And I want to make sure that something has been done in between each video. So there is a slight gap. There is also a gap because I'm attending the National Festival of Road Modelling at the NEC. And that is in a week and a half's time as I'm filming this. So if you're there, I'll be obviously on the Acura scale stand. So it'll be great to see you all. And then I think the week after that, I will be at the Rails of Sheffield Sheffield Station shop opening, which is on the Saturday. So again, if you can't come to the NEC and you want to come say hello, pop along there as well. I'll be at both events, which will be fantastic. But it may end to a slight delay in the videos, which isn't such a bad thing because it gives me a chance in the evenings to do a bit more progress, get on with some of the jobs that you've seen me start in today's video. And I like to bring you something new every video. Right, that aside, thank you as ever for watching. A big thank you to the channel patrons and YouTube members for the channel support, quite literally, and for you at home for watching as ever. Don't forget, if you'd like to like and subscribe, feel free. It's completely free and you'd never miss a video. Right, I'm going to go and play with some more trains. So thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.